Everyone, how's everybody doing today? Wow, people keep emailing me that are watching the loan video that I posted 2 weeks ago, I think it was. And I find it interesting because I don't know why people think that I'm going to change my mind about being alone and what my thoughts are about being alone. I just don't understand the concept or the fact that you don't like to be alone. So obviously you think that there's a problem with people that are alone. There's not a problem. There's not a problem with people that want to be around people. That's great. But I think what it boils down to is just the simple fact that I'm not strange or a weirdo because I like to be alone. I just like my inner peace. My dogs give me inner peace. Hanging around somebody that disrespects me doesn't give me inner peace. They take it away from me. And it's okay if you want to be around people all the time. That's your choice. But I think what it does is it takes a special kind of person to want to be alone. But I think you need to understand yourself, meaning yourself. You need to love yourself. You need to respect yourself. You need to laugh at yourself. There's many things that you can do for yourself. And I think a lot of times the reason people don't want to be alone is they don't like the company of themselves. And that all those other things that I just said, you really have to feel comfortable being alone. And that's for me. I don't have a problem being around people. They have to be the right people, and they have to be the kind of people that are going to respect me and not invade my boundaries and be disrespectful to me. And I think that's a big thing with people is a lot of these people, the reason they have such a problem and they think people are weird when they want to be alone is because they don't like the company of themselves. So they have to be around people to have the distraction because they want their energy. And that's okay, but you need to see that the people that are attacking me and saying that I'm a weirdo being, alone, and that are saying, I'm just an unhappy person, all this. No, you're the unhappy person because you can't be alone. I don't have a problem being alone. I don't have a problem with being with people, but they have to respect me. And I'm not going to be around a whole bunch of people that are going to be disrespecting me. Like I said, like people say, um, would you pick, it was funny, somebody made the comment, would you pick somebody out of a crowded room to be your friend? And it's like, no, I wouldn't. I would never try to be, friends with somebody, pick somebody out of a crowded room because you're not going to really know the person unless you have one-on-one time. But it's just interesting how, you know, I'm not saying you have to be alone. I'm just saying what I like to do and how I got to that point. Some of the emails are like, how did you get to that point where you wanted to be alone? And it's like, I've always been alone. I've always done things on my own. And that was the biggest issue. One of the biggest issues for me was when I couldn't do something on my own and then asking for help from people. That was the hardest thing ever because I thought, God, it was just hard for me because I'd never asked for help before. And that's another big thing about being alone. But I since have conquered that, and I don't have a problem asking people for help now. It's like, I'm alone. Um, I don't have a partner. So if I do need help, I don't have a problem asking. I just, if you can help me, move a chair or, that kind of thing, do something that I can't move or something I can't do, I don't have a problem asking for help. But just know that the main reason you're having an issue with being alone is because you don't like your own company. I like my own company. And I like hanging out with my dogs. My dogs never disrespect me. Sometimes they'll do some things that'll be not obedient and kind of sassy about it, but they're truly not trying to hurt me. They're just trying to get their way. And so, it's okay. It's okay to be alone. It's okay to be with people if that's what you want. But just know that you have to, and that's the biggest issue with people that have been married and been in a relationship, and then all of a sudden something happens to their partner, or they break up, or their partner dies, or their husband or wife dies, and then they're like, oh my gosh, I can't be alone. And I see that time and time again. I've seen it with My father and his brother seen that when they're partners of so many years, and that's why I think it's very healthy for people that are in relationships that they have separate friends that they can go and hang out with and be away from their partner. So they, I think separation, and I'm not saying it's a good, I think it's good where you have separation that way. Because that way, it's interesting because that also can be a problem too, because of the fact that if you do have separate friends, those friends, when that partner dies, they'll be around with you maybe one time, and then you weren't friends with them, so they're going to go away. So you lost a friend, but the friend was actually through, your partner. So that can be a problem too. But I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about the fact that, practice, and if you don't like it, you're not going to change my mind that I'm a weirdo or I'm this. And that seems to be the theme of a couple of the emails sent. And I don't mind you sending me an email, but I'm not going to really respond to it because it just seems like you people are trying to change my mind to think that I'm a weirdo or because I want to be alone. And I'm not strange at all. I'm very level-headed, and I enjoy company with friends that respect me, but I also like my quiet time and being alone with my dogs. And it's great to have that inner peace, and that's what I have now. And like I said, if you haven't had inner peace before, once you get it, you are going to not want to lose it, because inner peace is amazing. The way you feel about stuff and the way things just go over your head. It's like, not go over your head, but just go over, it doesn't let you bother you as much. And that's the whole thing. It's just, these emails were just funny. And I don't have the emails in front of me. I just read them and I actually deleted them because I'm just like, I don't need to respond to these people because they're trying to convince me that I'm a weirdo or this or that because I like to be alone. And that's not the case. They're the weirdos, because if they have a problem with me being me, they're not going to change my ways of thinking I'm somebody else, because I'm not, just because I want to be alone. So anyway, if you like my content, subscribe. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. And I will see you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching.